Hey guys, it's day 95. Welcome back to the Meditation Shack. We're doing 100 days, and as promised, I wanted to get back to you about what we were talking about yesterday, what we've been talking about in embryonic breathing, and going to the passages, going to the ancient texts referring to the embryonic breathing book. So I asked Dr. Young. He didn't give me too much of an answer. He says, I'm not practicing that, and you can't hold your breath for 81 counts. How do you determine that? Everybody counts different. So I think it's one of those things that you're going to have to figure out on your own, right? Which is cool. That's what we're doing. So what I'm thinking is that holding the breath, counting to 81, is their way of telling you to practice the Gong Fu of breathing. What does the Gong Fu of breathing mean? Well, Gong Fu means energy and time, right? So that means spend the time, develop the patience, the discipline around the practice, right? And don't be concerned with the number. Just keep going, until you're regulating without regulating. So do it repetitiously until it's subconscious, right? So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly embryonic breathing environment and the criteria are. I have another passage here that I want to share with you. This is from page 212, number 23. The righteous rules of heavenly immortality. The straight discussion of embryonic breathing. When a human being is just beginning to formalize, it is only a combination of two qis, yin and yang qis, and it is as empty as the air. Therefore, there is no embryo and also no breathing. It is because of the mother's respiration the embryo is formalized. When the embryo is formalized, it begins the embryonic breathing. It is marvelous that the embryo's respiration follows the mother's respiration, and therefore breathing all day without feeling stagnation of the oxygen. This is achieved not from the embryo's mouth or nose respiration, since there is only a connection through navel, and thus as if there is no breathing at all. This is the scene of real embryonic breathing. So I wanted to expand on the theory that I've been formalizing. What exactly is embryonic breathing? So I like the wording that's used, the scene. This is the real scene of embryonic breathing. And Dr. Young, if you have this book, has his discussion section. He says here, since qi is an energy which does not have a material form, it is empty. If there is no materialized form, there is no life yet, and thus no breathing. Later, as the embryo is conceived and grows, it breathes following the mother's and obtains oxygen and nutrition from her. This is how embryonic breathing occurs. It is implied that qi originated from original essence is yin, while the qi originated from post-heaven essence is yang. When these two qis are unified at the Huang Ting, the spiritual baby embryo can be conceived and formalized at the Huang Ting. And the spiritual baby embryo can be conceived and formalized. In order for this embryo to grow, you must continue yin qi nourishment. This yin qi is considered the mother's qi, while it is able to nourish a spiritual embryo and allow it to grow. However, in order to generate... So, in talking about spiritual embryo, this is different from a physical embryo. We all begin as a physical embryo, and it seems as though our potential and our evolution is that of developing a spiritual embryo. each of which need yin and yang energies, each of which both use embryonic breathing. What I'm thinking and what I'm concerned about is how to go into the practice of embryonic breathing. And I'm conflicted with the nose-mouth respiration, the use of lungs in the sitting practice. Because if we go back to the scene, it says here, the scene of real embryonic breathing, in the embryo form, in the womb, there is no use of mouth, nose, nor lungs. So what is actually breathing? And we refer to the abdominal movement because this is the connection. This navel connection is that connection from the embryo to the mother's respiration. So if we have this with a soft, slender breath of no breath, is that embryonic breathing? Question mark. How does that feel? What is that like? What is that experience? So this is what I'm playing around with and what I'm trying to know and feel. Okay, let's go in. Posture and breath. Settling the chi. Relaxing the mind and the body. Normal abdominal breathing as you find the energy centers. Find the centers, find the single point, and connect them with the thrusting vessel, the chong mai, the spinal cord. Reverse abdominal breathing as you begin to condense the energies. Inhale longer than exhale. You can even hold the breath as you inhale, condensing. Return the sun to the mother. Inhale to drop the energy from the upper dantian down to the lower dantian. So it's at this point, if the breath is long and smooth, slender, where we have breath of no breath, we can reach that scene, that state of embryonic breathing, real embryonic breathing, not constrained by the nose or the lungs or the mouth. All right, well, I'm going to let you guys go. Still continuing the discussion. Let me know what you think. I'll be back for day 96 tomorrow. Take care.